George Orwell's Animal Farm is a renowned allegorical novella that has captivated readers for generations. Published in 1945, the work serves as a scathing critique of the Russian Revolution and the subsequent degeneration of the Soviet Union under Stalin's rule. Through the lens of a farm inhabited by anthropomorphized animals, Orwell crafts a timeless parable that explores the universal themes of power, corruption, and the fragility of ideals. At its core, Animal Farm is a cautionary tale that warns against the dangers of totalitarianism and the ease with which revolutionary movements can be subverted by those seeking absolute power. By transposing the events of the Russian Revolution onto the microcosm of a farm, Orwell creates accessible yet profound narrative that resonates with readers across cultures and eras. The novel's enduring relevance is a testament to Orwell's masterful storytelling and his keen insight into the human condition. The Spark of Rebellion. The story of Animal Farm begins on Manor Farm, where the animals live under the tyrannical rule of their human owner, Mr. Jones. Frustrated by their mistreatment and the meager rewards of their labor, the animals are primed for rebellion. The catalyst for this uprising comes in the form of an old boar named Old Major, who gathers the animals and shares his vision of a utopian society free from human oppression. Old Major's rousing speech, which lays out the principles of animalism, ignites a revolutionary fervor among the animals. He eloquently articulates their shared grievances, declaring, "Man is the only real enemy we have. Remove man from the scene, and the root cause of hunger and overwork is abolished forever." This rallying cry resonates deeply with the animals, who have long endured the cruelty and exploitation of their human masters. Following Old Major's death, two pigs, Napoleon and Snowball, emerge as the leaders of the rebellion. Leveraging the animals' resentment towards their human overlords, they orchestrate a successful uprising, driving out Mr. Jones and his farmhands. The animals then rename the farm Animal Farm, symbolizing their newfound autonomy and the realization of Old Major's dream. The establishment of Animal Farm. With the humans expelled, the animals set out to build their own utopian society, guided by the principles of animalism. At the heart of this new order is the foundational tenet: all animals are equal. The animals enthusiastically embrace this egalitarian ideal, working together to maintain and improve the farm. Snowball, in particular, becomes a driving force behind the animals' progress, spearheading the construction of a windmill that promises to enhance the farm's productivity and self-sufficiency. In the early days of Animal Farm, the animals' collective efforts and sense of purpose create a palpable atmosphere of optimism and camaraderie. Orwell's vivid descriptions of the animals' industrious labors and their joyful celebrations of their newfound freedom evoke a sense of hope and possibility. The reader is drawn into the animals' vision of a society where their inherent worth and dignity are recognized and respected. However, this idyllic phase is short-lived, as the seeds of discord and power struggles begin to take root. Napoleon, a cunning and ruthless pig, gradually maneuvers to undermine Snowball's influence and consolidate his own authority. Employing a pack of ferocious dogs as his personal enforcers, Napoleon orchestrates Snowball's expulsion from the farm, effectively eliminating his rival and clearing the path for his own ascent to absolute power. The corruption of power. With Snowball gone, Napoleon's transformation into a tyrannical dictator accelerates. He swiftly abandons the egalitarian principles of animalism, rewriting the farm's laws and commandments to serve his own interests. The once noble vision of a society where all animals are equal is gradually corrupted as Napoleon and his inner circle of pigs begin to assert their superiority over the other animals. Orwell's depiction of this descent into totalitarianism is both chilling and masterful. The animals, who had once reveled in their newfound freedom, now find themselves subjected to increasingly harsh labor, food shortages, and a pervasive atmosphere of fear and oppression. Napoleon's regime, modeled after Stalin's dictatorship, systematically dismantles the original tenets of animalism. The pigs, who were once the champions of the revolution, now indulge in the very behaviors they had once condemned in the human farmers. They move into the farmhouse, sleep in beds, and engage in the trappings of human civilization, behaviors that were explicitly forbidden under the animals' own laws. As the pigs' privileges and luxuries grow, the other animals are forced to endure backbreaking labor, meager rations, and the constant threat of punishment. Orwell's vivid descriptions of the animals' deteriorating living conditions and the erosion of their revolutionary ideals are both heartbreaking and infuriating. The reader is left with a profound sense of betrayal as the animals' dreams of a just and equitable society crumble under the weight of Napoleon's ruthless ambition. One of the most poignant moments in the novel occurs when the animals, peering through the farmhouse windows, can no longer distinguish the pigs from the humans they had once overthrown. This chilling scene serves as a powerful metaphor for the complete erosion of the animals' revolutionary ideals, as the very leaders they had trusted to build a better world have become indistinguishable from the oppressors they had sought to vanquish. Orwell's Animal Farm has endured as a literary classic precisely because it transcends the specific historical context of the Russian Revolution. While the novel's allegorical nature is firmly rooted in the events and figures of that pivotal moment in history, the work's themes and insights resonate far beyond the confines of a single political upheaval. At its core, Animal Farm is a timeless cautionary tale about the corrosive effects of power and the fragility of ideals. Orwell's masterful storytelling and his keen understanding of human nature allow him to craft a narrative that speaks to the universal struggles of societies and individuals alike. The novel's exploration of the corrupting influence of power, the ease with which revolutionary movements can be subverted, and the inherent flaws of human nature continue to captivate and challenge readers across generations. One of the novel's enduring strengths lies in its ability to adapt to changing political and social landscapes. While Animal Farm was initially read as a scathing critique of Stalinism, the work's relevance has expanded to encompass a wider range of authoritarian regimes and the dangers of unchecked power. Orwell's insights into the mechanisms of propaganda, the manipulation of language, and the erosion of democratic principles remain acutely relevant in the modern era, where populism, nationalism, and the erosion of civil liberties continue to threaten the foundations of open societies. Moreover, Animal Farm resonates with readers on a deeply personal level as it explores the universal human struggle to maintain integrity and ideals in the face of overwhelming adversity. The animal's journey from hopeful revolutionaries to disillusioned subjects of a tyrannical regime mirrors the individual's own battles against the corrupting forces of power, greed, and self-interest.